what we discussed in last class, and I told you about the methods to calculate residue, and let us take that discussion forward. Okay, so I think I told you one example of tan Z now,
Yeah.
and let me take another example, and I want to calculate the residue. So we are discussing the methods of residue. Okay, so let us take another example where Fz is equal to sin Z, Fz is equal to tan Z, Z square minus 1. Okay, ठीक है? Suppose this is the function and we have to calculate residue at certain points. Okay, we have to calculate the residue at certain points. So let us do that. So what type of pole can you see in this question? You have Fz is equal to sin Z over cos of Z and Z plus 1 and Z minus 1. Okay, so this is the function, and we have poles at plus 1, minus 1, and let us consider only one pole from here, because you will have n pi by 2 poles where n is equal to 135 dash dash dash. Okay, so you can calculate residue at many points, but let me, as an example, let me consider this and let us calculate this residue. Fine. So what is the value at z is equal to 1? For example, if I want to take for the point z is equal to 1, what will be the value? So this is a simple pole, yes, because the power is 1, so that's why it is a simple pole. And if I calculate the value for, let me say first for z is equal to 1, so it is a case of simple pole, so it will be limit z tending towards 1, z minus 1 into sin z over cos z, z plus 1 into z minus 1. Okay, and this will be given by z minus 1 will be cancelled, so this will become tan of 1 over 2. Yes,
तो पाई बाय 2 कैसे मतलब आया सर?
भाई आप पहले पोल लिख रहे हो ना,
यस सर
यानी सिंगुलरिटीज लिख रहे हो,
यस सर
तो आपने देखा कि डिनोमिनेटर में अगर z इज इक्वल टू 1 आ गया तो ये इनफाइनाइट हो जाएगा, अगर z इज इक्वल टू माइनस 1 आ गया तो भी इनफाइनाइट हो जाएगा,
यस सर
और अगर सपोज मैं z इज इक्वल टू पाई बाई 2 ले लूं तो cos पाई बाई 2 क्या होता है?
0
0। तो
यस
इस वजह से भी इनफाइनाइट हो जाएगा.
यस
सो इनफैक्ट cos n पाई बाई 2 पे इनफाइनाइट हो जाएगा, where n is 1 3 5 ना, dash
यस
dash dash.
ओके सर
At all these values it will become infinite.
ओके थैंक यू सर.
So tell me about z is equal to minus 1. Z is equal to minus 1, and that will be सभी लोग पहले पहले मैं चाहता हूं कि आप ऐसे लिखो सिंपल पोल वाला फॉर्मूला, लिमिट z टेंडिंग टूवर्ड z0 z माइनस z0 fz, यही तो यूज कर रहा हूं ना।
यस सर।
एंड देन स्लोली एंड स्लोली हम इतने इफेक्टिव हो जाएंगे कि वो मन में ही करके डायरेक्ट लिख देंगे. दैट स्टेज विल आल्सो कम. ओके, so but initially you should try to write everything, and z is equal to minus 1 will give you limit z tending towards minus 1
and that minus 2.
z plus 1 sin z by cos z z plus 1 z minus 1 z plus 1 will be cancelled, and this will become uh, tan of 1 by 2. Okay,
Yes.
because you know here it will come minus 2 and here it will come sine of minus 1, which will become minus sine 1, and cos of minus 1 will be cos 1, so that's why it will become tan of 1. Fine. So two residues we have calculated, about z is equal to 1 and about z is equal to minus 1. So let us go for third one. So for third one, it will be fz is equal to this, so it will be residue at pi by 2 will be uh, phi z that is sin z over psi dash z that is cos z 2z minus z square minus 1 minus sin z. Huh? Okay, and limit z tending towards pi by 2. So this will be equal to let us put z is equal to pi by 2 now. So this will become 1 over this term will become 0, and what is this term? This will become pi square by 4 minus 1. Please check this carefully.
Why we are not put to the previous step like z equal to pi by 2 and
So because here the factorization kind of this is not available, na?
Yes.
Okay, so you will have to judge which method to apply to get quickly the residue. That's why there are different methods. Okay, so I have already told you for tan z na, at z is equal to pi by 2 how to calculate. That was my first question. So you should get a sense of how to calculate it. I mean, you should be able to recognize the method which you have to apply. Clear?
सो
Hmm.
तो cos z 2z के बाद प्लस नहीं आना चाहिए.
सर प्लस आएगा.
प्लस आएगा यार, प्लस आएगा. सो क्या हो जाएगा? ये माइनस हो जाएगा ना फिर.
होल वैल्यू माइनस होती है.
तो ये 1 माइनस हो जाएगा ना.
माइनस.
It will be like this: 1 minus pi square by 4. Okay. Let me take another question. So if this is clear, I can erase this.
सर
Hmm.
सर एक बार ये बता दीजिए प्लीज कैसे लिखा है लिमिट z टेंडिंग टू पाई बाय 2 का.
ये मैंने लिखा है, मैंने यूज किया है लिमिट z टेंडिंग टूवर्ड z0, हाँ,
Yes,
phi
sir.
phi z over psi dash z. तो डिनोमिनेटर में it was sin z,
Yes, sir.
न्यूमरेटर में it was this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I mean if you write it like this, sin z over cos z, na,
Yes, sir.
into this. So what is the derivative of the denominator? First function derivative of second plus second function derivative of first.
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir.
So this is okay for you. Let me go ahead. So there is a question, fz is equal to let me note down this. Fz is equal to e to the power 4z minus 1 over cos hyperbolic z minus 2 sine hyperbolic z. Okay, this is the question. Fine. And we have to find out the residue at a pole, and the pole is given by, pole may be many, but let me write this. How to calculate the singularities here or pole here? Cos of hyperbolic z minus 2 sine of hyperbolic z is equal to 0. Yes,
Yes, sir.
where the value of denominator will be 0, there we will get the pole. So tell me what will happen to this. This will become tan hyperbolic z is equal to 1 by 2. एक बार चेक करते रहना साथ साथ. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what will happen? I can write z is equal to tan hyperbolic half, huh? Or I can also calculate the values in terms of e to the power, because here you know there are e to the powers. So how can I write this? E to the power z minus e to the power minus z over e to the power z plus e to the power minus z is equal to 1 by 2. So this will be 2 times e to the power z minus 2 times e to the power minus z is equal to e to the power z plus e to the power minus z. Is this correct? So what will be this equation? This will be e to the power z and minus 3 e to the power minus z is equal to, इस साइड पे क्या होगा? 0. So what will become? This will become e to the power 2z minus
3.
Minus 3.
is equal to 0. No? Okay. So e to the power 2z is equal to 3. Finally, this is the solution, or if you want to write it in more that form, it will become 2z is equal to ln of 3. So z will become 1 by 2 of ln 3. If suppose it is objective question, then this is the answer. And please check this. ये नेट का प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन है, किसी इंटीग्रेशन में यूज हुआ था, तो मैंने इसको पहले अलग से आपको बता रहा हूं बिकॉज द इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेप वाज, so just following the basic principle that for poles we go by putting this is equal to 0, and where the denominator will become 0, obviously your function will become infinite. correct?
Yes, sir.
So part A is answered, na? Calculation of pole is answered. Okay. Now what about the residue? B part. Residue at that point. Anybody will help me? How to get the residue?
So just write out cos hyperbolic and sin hyperbolic in terms of unit per z.
How
And
to
then put
calculate the residue? Who
Psi
will
by
tell?
phi z. Psi by phi z.
Only method is phi z by psi z, because you know any other method will not help. Nor I cannot write Lorentz series for this. Very tough. This is not a simple pole because we don't know z minus z naught type का बन नहीं रहा है. So we will apply phi z by psi z. So it will become e to the power 4z minus 1 over. Derivative of this will become sine hyperbolic z minus 2 cos hyperbolic z. Yes?
Yes, sir.
And then you can just put the limit here, which is this. So can I erase this part now? This you have noted down? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
if I erase this part, and we know that the pole was at e to the power 2z is equal to 3. It was at e to the power 2z is equal to 3, and this will become, जरा फटाफट लिखना, e to the power 4z minus 1 over e to the power z minus e to the power minus z upon 2 minus 2 times e to the power z plus e to the power minus z upon 2. It will become like this, and both 2 will go here. Yes? And this will be left like this. So it will become 2 times e to the power 4z minus 1 over e to the power z minus e to the power minus z minus 2 e to the power z minus 2 e to the power minus z. Now tell me what? It will become 2 times e to the power 4z minus 1 upon what it will become? Minus e to the power z minus 3 e to the power minus z. Yes? And if you write it properly, it will come like this. Here it will become 2z, and e to the power z will come here. Please see this. I hope no mistake was made. एक बार जरा आप भी देखते रहना. So it will become minus, it will become 2 e to the power z, 1 minus e to the power 4z, and upon e to the power 2z plus 3. Now put the value e to the power 2z. So it will become 2 e to the power z will be root 3. So 2 root 3, and 1 minus e to the power 4z will be 9 upon, this will be 3, 6. So 2 3 is 6, and this will become minus 8 by 3, and root 3 by 3. So minus 8 by root 3. So this is the answer. So you can see how compact it became. But this whole, steps, they require a skill. And एक बात मैं आपको थोड़ा सा रुक के बता देता हूँ कि जो एग्जाम है ना, वो थोड़ा सा इट इज अबाउट द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ स्किल्स. और जिसको कॉन्सेप्ट कहते हैं वो कोई टैबलेट नहीं है कि आप आज 4 कॉन्सेप्ट की टैबलेट ले चुके हो और ना. वो यही छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चंस करने को ही कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करना कहते हैं कि भाई तुम्हें सॉलिड तरीके से पता है कि पोल क्या है, जीरो पुट कर दिया तो हाइपरबोलिक की डेफिनेशंस पता है, उसको ब्रैकेट में लेना जो आप क्लास 7th में पढ़ते हो, ब्रैकेट खोलना, कॉमन लेना, एलसीएम लेना। सो इन्हीं सब चीजों को कॉन्सेप्ट कहा जाता है। कॉन्सेप्ट कोई अलग से कोई चीज नहीं है। दीज ऑल स्मॉल स्मॉल कैलकुलेशन, बिलीव मी, जब तक इन चीजों पे कमांड नहीं होता है वो बहुत ज्यादा आप नर्वस फील करते हो, बिकॉज यू हैव नॉट ट्रेवल्ड ऑन दैट पाथ ना। सो एग्जाम में जब आप वो क्वेश्चन करना करते हो तो यू आर नॉट श्योर कि ये सही है या गलत है। बट वंस यू हैव ट्रेवल्ड, जैसे कोई रास्ता होता है आपका देखा हुआ, तो कहते हैं, अरे यार चलो देखा हुआ है, कोई टेंशन वाली बात नहीं। और जब देखा नहीं है तो आधा मोबाइल देखते हो और आधा रास्ता देखते हो, यही तो होता है ना। सो दैट मीन्स you have to solve questions very patiently, ईच एंड एवरी स्टेप को खुद करके देखो, किसी का किया हुआ स्टेप किसी काम का नहीं है। ये वही वाली बात हो गई कि डॉक्टर ऑपरेशन कर रहा है, तुमने देख लिया, हाँ हाँ भाई ठीक है, ओके है, बस बस, अब जब मौका आएगा मैं कर दूंगा, ऐसा होगा कभी? कभी भी नहीं होगा। सो आपको खुद धीरे 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 करके देखना होता है। इसीलिए वो लोग क्या कहते हैं कि भाई मैंने ऊपर वाली लेयर पहले तुमसे हटवाएगा, मेन जगह पे खुद थोड़ा सा कुछ करवा देगा कि चलो धीरे 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 धीरे, तभी तो टाइम लगता है ना सीखने में। तो ये भी ऐसे सर्जरी टाइप्स ही हैं, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने की स्किल डेवलप करना, एंड यू हैव टू डेवलप इट वेरी वेरी क्विकली। सारे क्वेश्चंस को बहुत ध्यान से सॉल्व करो, जो भी स्टेप फंसे देख के डायरेक्ट मत लिखो, ट्राई टू गो इनटू दैट स्टेप एंड सी वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज, द प्रॉब्लम विल बी सॉल्व्ड। So every question will teach you something, one, two, three things, and then the collection of, you know, more than 5,000 question we will be doing in this whole course. So finally, more than, if you take two concepts from each and every question, so you get 10,000 concepts, small concepts. So you know that will build up your confidence, and that is known as concept actually. मैं उसको concept कहता हूँ। So
Sir, thank you for nice motivation.
चलो ये सब तो चलता रहेगा। Okay, so now I don't want to waste your time and in this residue calculation, because we are going to calculate lot of residues by solving integration. So I will now jump to the third part which I was telling you. So we have covered 2/3, but the third part is most important because recently the question is only coming from contour integrations in every exam, in even TIFR and JEST also. So now I am coming to this contour integration concept, हाँ? But ये जो रेसिड्यू है ये पीछा नहीं छोड़ेगा, तो इसलिए रेसिड्यू में सबको, अब जैसे मैं, अगर आपको लगता है कुछ स्टेप्स मैं मन में कर रहा हूं तो वो आपको शुरू में लिख के करना है, यू हैव टू सॉल्व दैट स्टेप्स। सो लेट मी नाउ राइट द contour integration. Contour integration. Okay. So the idea of contour integration comes from Laurent series, and I discussed you. I told you that why B1 is important. You remember ना? Otherwise, जब आप डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ते हो तो आपको लगता है यार why B1? There's somebody asked also, sir, why you are not emphasizing on B4? Yes or no?
Yes.
So we discussed that the Laurent series coefficient, when we put n is equal to 1, that gives you an integration, and that integration is known as that formula is known as Cauchy integral formula. Cauchy integral formula. So that was given by the closed integral. See, this closed is very very important. Okay, the closed integral C fz dz is equal to 2 pi I sum of residue. this is the formula that we have to do for contour integration, and I will start from a question. Let me first of all tell you what is the meaning of this contour. So contour is any thing like this, any closed curve like this. It may be ellipse, it may be circle, it may be random like this, and this arrow tells you about the sense of rotation. So if it is counterclockwise, you know that we take angle counterclockwise as positive, so this will be 2 pi I sum of residue. But if somewhere it becomes like this, that means clockwise, okay, then your answer will be minus 2 pi I sum of residue, okay. And the sum of residues will be like this. Suppose Z0 is a pole which is inside this, Z1 is the pole which is inside this, Z2, and Z3 is also a pole, but that is outside. So this pole will not be considered even though it is a pole, because that is outside the contour, okay. So my example is like this. Suppose we have Z minus 1, Z minus 2 for some Fz. Fz is equal to Z minus 1, Z minus 2. So what is going to happen here? Suppose 1 is here and 2 is outside. So even though you can see in the denominator that Z is equal to 2 is also a pole, but it will not be considered because it is outside your contour. Because it is outside your contour, it will not be considered, okay, because it is outside that closed contour. Fine. So any confusion in this? Everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
And if no pole is inside, suppose for this Fz, no pole is inside, then answer is 0. Because no pole is there, so no residue. So that means no pole is inside means Fz is analytic in this domain, na? For analytic function, you don't have any poles, na? In your given domain. मैंने बताया था ना आपको?
Okay, closed surfaces are contour. Closed surfaces. Any
closed surface is
surface. Contour.
नहीं, surface. Don't say surface, na? It is contour. I mean, I gave you example like ellipse or circle or rectangle or square, rhombus, or any random figure. Like you take a wire and place it on the floor with the ends joined.
Okay, sir.
So any of the shape will become contour.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. What is your name?
Amar Das.
Amar.
Amar Das.
Amar, yes. Okay. So you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So whenever I say contour, you just think a circle. एक example हमेशा दिमाग में होना चाहिए जब भी आप कोई चीज पढ़ते हो. तो मान लो उसके लिए कोई अलग word है, तो at least one example you should have. One example is what? Circle. Okay? Or ellipse if you want to take another example. So with this brief introduction, let me straight away go into problem, and rest of the things we will understand using problem. So the first problem I am taking it is this closed integral 2z minus 1 over z square minus z, and this is given, this c is given, and this is 0, and this is 2. It is given like this, okay. So we have to find out this integration, complex integration, and the contour is given. So is it a closed contour? Tell me.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Answer,
sir.
Yes,
ans-
sir.
Yes,
answer
sir.
is yes. So what is fz here? 2z minus 1 z minus 1. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Agree? So what are the poles? Poles are
0 and 1.
0 and 1. So which one of them will lie inside the contour?
Both of them.
Both of them, because 0 is here and 1 will be lying somewhere here. So both of them are lying inside the contour. And find the residue. So residue at z is equal to 0 will be limit z tending towards 0 z 2z minus 1 z minus 1. So z tending towards 0 means 1. So this is 1. अब जरा quickly निकाल के दिखाओ for z is equal to 1. Quickly. Residue at z is
1.
equal to 1 is limit z tending toward 1 z minus 1 2z minus 1 over z minus 1, and if you put z is equal to 1 it will become 1. Okay, so what is the answer? 2 pi I
2 pi
1 plus
sum of
1,
residue.
so
4
that
pi.
is 4 pi I. This is the answer. So one question, first of all एक question बहुत अच्छे से करो, because you know every step is going to come in this question, whatever steps we'll be doing further. Just the residue will be typical ना, residue ही मुश्किल हो सकता है, what else? So just learn the basics first of all from this question, and if there is any doubt you want to ask anything, feel free.
No, sir.
किसी को कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ सकते हो, फिर मैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे बढ़ता हूँ. So I have told you about the books of mathematical physics.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So that I missed actually. I should have told. I usually tell. There are a lot of good books on mathematical physics, but few of them which I follow, I will tell you while doing the chapter. Like I am teaching complex, and that is first chapter with you. For this complex, I follow Kreyszig. एक्चुअली उसकी स्पेलिंग ये नहीं होती है, बट गूगल पे डालोगे तो समझ जाएगा, वो कुछ और HYY करके होती है, ठीक है ना. बट इफ यू विल पुट दिस एडवांस मैथमेटिकल इंजीनियरिंग मेथड्स ऐसे करके है, ओके, क्रेजी KRE होता है,
KREY
फिर क्या होता है Z ना,
SZIG.
SZIG तो कभी भी मुझे याद नहीं होता है, ठीक है. Okay, so this the soft copy is available. You don't need to purchase it. पहले initially you just keep a soft copy, and 10th edition soft copy is available. If you don't get, you can ask from me also. I am having it. So this is very nice book, and for problems also it is very good. And all the problems are very different, and they give you lot of insight. The problem with the books like H.K. Das is like same type of problems, too many problems are given, so you get bored very quickly, and there is less confidence also because mistakes are there in those books. So these books are almost errorless, okay. And I will also do many questions from Erfkin. So these two are books that I will be following for this chapter, complex analysis. This also as a soft copy available. तो आपको क्या करना है, आपको तो just exactly देखना है क्या यार ये वाला question, ये वाला question, ये question. So that is so easy to see from the soft copy, na? You can see thousands of messages on Insta and WhatsApp. So I think you can see problems also from soft copy. Huh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is very prized possession because you know एक बार आप खरीद लेते हो तो पूरी लाइफ मतलब अगर इस डोमेन में रहना है तो पूरी लाइफ बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होती है वर्थ स्पेंडिंग ऑल्सो तो पहले आई विल सजेस्ट दैट यू कीप अ सॉफ्ट कॉपी once you start loving the book loving the problems then you can purchase it also okay chalo so let me jump to next question and that question is अब ये देखो ये क्रेजी की ही एक प्रॉब्लम है बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और मैं ये प्रॉब्लम कराता हूँ हमेशा बहुत सालों से since many years I am doing this problem and the problem is like this the contour is like this and -1 and 1 they are given like this okay this is the problem this is a problem of Kreyszig and you see function is very simple but the understanding is required from the contour point of view not from the functional point of view so the understanding is this that these can be considered as like this will go like this and this you agree with this it will go like this
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
we can divide it into two contours C1 and C2 yes
Yes, sir.
this is a separate closed contour with clockwise rotation and this is a separate contour with counterclockwise sense of rotation yes so they are just like the limits I mean you need contribution from this integration and you need contribution from this integration and both will be added so you can write it like this C1 fz dz plus C2 fz dz okay got it so what will be the C1 it will be C1 dz upon z minus 1 z minus 2 and plus C2 dz upon
So
z
z plus 1.
z minus 1 z plus 1 z minus 1 z plus 1 okay so I have just divided that into two integrations now please see this one for C1 only -1 is the pole इसके लिए क्या है pole -1 and for this only +1 is the pole can you see that
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
for this only -1 is the pole for this only +1 is the pole so now what is going to happen for this the residue will be calculated at z is equal to -1 so that means z plus 1 will be multiplied it will cancel
Yes, sir.
then you will put
-1/2.
-1 so it will become -1/2 and since it is clockwise so it will become minus 2 pi I into -1/2 plus what about this is counterclockwise so it will become 2 pi I and now z equal to 1 so this will be multiplied cancelled and 1 by 2 so this will become 2 and 2 will be cancelled so it will become 2 pi I please check this is very interesting question
Sir, this contour is given in the question.
अब बिना कंटूर के कैसे हो जाएगा
In every question, contour is given.
you are asking कि in every definite integral limit is given
Okay, sir. Thank you.
can you put limit on a definite integral by yourself
No, sir.
so this is just like limit for a complex integration okay like you can't put limits the contours are also given. So please ask if there is any doubt, otherwise I will erase this and we will move to next question. I hope it is clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to tell you how close I am to this exam, because you know every time I am solving this question for the students and in net एक बार वो ये क्वेश्चन उन्होंने पूछा. अब आप देख लो कि क्या मेरे क्वेश्चन के थ्रू आप ये कर सकते हो या नहीं कर सकते. टेल मी.
Yes, sir.
ये नेट का
Yes, sir. ऐसे कर सकते हैं.
इससे पहले वाला तो पहले तो जो स्टूडेंट्स उनको लगा सीधा ही तो नहीं आ गया, फिर ध्यान से देखा तो यहाँ फंक्शन अलग था. ठीक है. सो इट इज सेम क्वेश्चन ना, जस्ट आपको ये कंटूर पूरा करना है. दिस C1, this is C2 and you will write it like this: contour Z C1 e to the power I pi Z by 2 by Z plus 1 Z minus 1 dz plus integral C2 e to the power Z e to the power I pi Z by 2 over Z plus 1 Z minus 1 and dz. Okay, ठीक है ना. Then what will happen? This will be for Z plus 1. Yes. So Z plus 1 को मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा यहाँ सिंपल पोल वाला निकालने के लिए. So it will become minus 1 e to the power minus I pi by 2 over minus 2 into minus 2 pi I. देखो सही लिख रहा हूं. अब आप ऐसे करने लगते हो डायरेक्ट. And then plus, what about this? 2 pi I into 1 e to the power I pi by 2 over, what about this? 2. So this and this will be cancelled and 2 pi I can be taken common and this will become e to the power I pi by 2 minus e to the power minus I pi by 2 upon 2 times iota iota. Can we do this? And this will become minus 2 pi from here and this will become sin pi by 2. एक बार चेक करो सारे स्टेप्स.
Sir,
Hmm.
if I open this e minus iota pi by 2 is equal to cos pi by 2 minus iota sin by 2.
You will get same thing. Euler's equation ही तो है. तो Euler's equation का ये यूज नहीं कर सकते तुम कि e to the power ix minus e to the power minus ix upon 2i को sin x लिख लो.
Yes, sir.
If you don't want to open this, then it will automatically come. ये तो डिपेंड करता है कि आपने वो जो मैंने बेसिक आइलर्स इक्वेशन और उससे रिलेटेड साइन कॉस के फॉर्मूले थे वो आप कितने अच्छे से समझ गए और उसको यूज कर रहे हो. Otherwise, you will open this and you will get the same answer. Okay?
Yes, sir. Same answer.
You don't want to use this formula, then it's okay. But many places it becomes necessary to use this formula. In suppose some option they have some number is not coming and the answer is in form of that, so you have to use that, na?
Okay, sir.
ये तो बहुत बेसिक फॉर्मूला, ये नहीं आता तुम्हें?
No, sir. I just opened this in previous step.
So these two formulae you must know, huh? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So I hope you understood today's class. So we'll be doing more questions tomorrow and in coming classes. Okay? So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, let us stop here.
The contour mostly, we are representing in the complex plane. Any other plane we can represent? Complex.
Contour is given. If it is given, this contour is given, this C is given. Okay? So if some equation is given, suppose it is given like this, mod of z minus z naught is equal to r. So that means your contour is a circle with center at z naught and radius r. Huh? Or if it is given like this, then you have to just see that your poles are giving inside or outside, because no equation is given, just the contour is given.
Okay.
So it depends. It may be सर्कल, इट मे बी इलिप्स, इट मे बी सम. अब इसकी जगह ऐसे भी बनाया जा सकता था. मान लो मैं ऐसे बना देता तो तुम्हें कुछ करना थोड़ा ना था. सपोज इट वाज लाइक दिस, आंसर वुड बी सेम, नहीं? -1 1. Okay?
We have to focus on the pole and
You have to focus on pole, and you will have to focus on the equation of the contour if it is given, like in coming questions I will discuss. Okay?
Sir,
First of all, we will have to plot that contour and then see which one of the pole is coming inside and which one of them is going outside.
And also the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise.
That should be given in the question. It is just like that the limit is given. Suppose in some definite integral, the limit is given from 0 to 2 pi or 2 pi to 0. So you can't guess by yourself. It is given in the question.
Sir, if pole is given on the surface of contour,
on the surface, it is just like a wire.
Yes, sir. Then this is not. Then I don't take this inside or not outside.
अभी आपने सुना नहीं? Somebody asked a question.
Yes, sir. I am unable to listen.
So don't worry. I have included all those concepts in the form of problems. Like in this question, the presence of two different contours and how to handle that was explained, na? So similarly, a problem will come in which the contour will lie on the contour itself, not outside, not inside. So just you have to consider its weightage half. Like you are doing 2 pi I, you will do only pi I.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.